In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends and fellows, how are you? Look, Louis Jackson is a researcher in the field, is a researcher in the field of psychology, and she has conducted a great research, and the findings of the research are very useful, very important for each one of us, for those people who want to be happy, because the topic of the research is that the daily practices of joyful people, the daily practices of joyful people. This is the topic she conducted a research upon, and she came up with the nine very important points. She came with the nine very important points of Louis Jackson. Let's talk about all those 9 points. First of all, she says that those people they notice and appreciate little things. Very important. They notice and appreciate little things. Mean there are enough number of people here in this world today who are of the view I cannot be happy unless and until I achieve something which is really important. That's the wrong attitude. That's the wrong attitude. Why? The wrong attitude is that the things like this one doesn't happen frequently at all. Rather, the things like this one does happen rarely. And if at all you want to become rarely happy, then it's fine. Then it's fine. But if you want to become a joyful person on a daily basis throughout your life, then you do have to notice and appreciate the small things. That's very important indeed. And that's the trouble with many of the people in the world today. Maybe more people in our own society, the Pakistani society. Now, the number two is they create purpose in life. Their life is not without a purpose. They don't lead a purposeless life. It's not like they're trying to kill the time. Like they're fooling around. They're sitting and they're just looking for the pastime, or they're just looking for the achievement of more money, of fame, etc. All of that is just a bullshit. She says that Louis Jackson says that they do have a purpose in life. I mean, they're working and struggling for something which is important, useful for other people as well. Not only for me, I mean, a purpose in life. You should have a clear purpose in life, not without a purpose at all. And the number three thing which Louis Jackson says, they realize they release negative thoughts and emotions. There are negative thoughts and emotions inside our mind and heart, so often, so frequent. We need to identify if the thought is negative and we need to get rid of it at the same time. And if at all there is a negative emotion, again we need to identify it and we need to release it. Because unless and until we don't get rid of these, negative thoughts and emotions, we cannot be a joyful person at all. But getting rid of these negative thoughts and emotions, it's a constant struggle, day by day, moment by moment. And for that all reason, we need to identify first, release the negative thoughts, release the negative emotions. Number three, third. Number four, they take care of their body. They take care of their body. This is important. They actually take care of their health. They take care of the body, they take care of the health. Mean whatever they eat the simple food. They eat the simple food. The simple food mean they avoid the junk food. They avoid the fast food, pizza, burger, etc. Fried foods, etc. Spicy foods. So the simpler, the better. The vegetables and the fruits are even a better thing. Drink plenty of water, clean water if at all, you know, and then have a good sleep. Sleep well. Do not keep sitting on the computer or the smartphone, rather, sleep well. Then, after sleeping well, do a bit of physical exercise. If at all you are doing a kind of physical work, you don't need to do the physical exercises or the walk. But if at all you are not walking, you are not working physically, obviously you need to walk, you need to do certain physical exercises. The fifth thing is they look for the good in life to cultivate a more joyful mindset. They look for the good in life to cultivate a more joyful mindset. Finding the good, looking for the good in the life. Mean there are obviously certain good things and certain bad things, but there are people who stay focused upon what is not good, what is not according to their wishes and desires. So, for that reason, they remain unhappy for most of the time. Contrary to that, if at all there are people who are looking for the good in the life, and there are certain good things, why not to focus and concentrate upon these good things? We have been given certain things and we have not been given certain other things by our Creator Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. It will be far far better if at all we stay focused upon what is good in the life and trying to take more and more advantage of it. So Louis Jackson says that they look for the good in life to cultivate a more joyful mindset. They don't neglect the present. The number six is they don't neglect the present moment and try to cultivate greater awareness of it. Yes, mindful living. They don't neglect the present moment and try to cultivate greater awareness of it. Never ever live in the past, never ever live in the future. Always, always, always live in the present. Live in the present moment and think that always focus upon your present moment. It is very, very important. Very, very important indeed. It is very, very important indeed that we focus upon our moment, present moment. It is really important. And not to live in the past, not to live in the future, rather to live in the present moment and try to live well, try to enjoy well, try to live well as far your present moment is concerned and not to ignore it at all. Always stay focused upon your present moment. It's okay to plan, it's okay to plan, and it's okay also to look back and do the retrospection if at all something bad was done, not to repeat it in the future at all. And if at all anything good done, try to repeat it as much as possible. Not to stay focused in the future too much in the future, although it's important to plan the future. Although it's important to plan the future, but still not like always living in the future. They stay in their own lane and avoid comparison. They stay in their own lane and avoid comparison. Point number 7. Comparisons keeps us unhappy for all the time. Making comparisons is a toxic activity. It's a highly toxic activity. If at all somebody is seeking a guarantee about how to stay unhappy, then it is the best way to do that. Keep comparing your life with the life of other people, and obviously you will never become able to stay a happy person. There is another way of making a comparison told to us by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Prophetic saying is that if you are comparing yourself with the as for the dunya, with the world and material objects, etc., compare yourself with those people who are having lesser than you, so that you will become grateful and happy. And if at all, as for the character is concerned, as for the good deeds are concerned, as for understanding and practicing the Deen Islam is concerned, always compare yourself with those people who are ahead of you. And this way you will strive to become even a more and more better person. So that is another way of comparison, making comparison. Otherwise, it is far, 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 far better not to compare your life with anyone else at all. Stay in your own lane, avoid comparison. Point number 7. Point number 8 is they only focus on what they can control. One of the very, very important points. They only focus on what they can control. We have been thinking, we have been talking about most of the time about the things we cannot control at all, about the things we have absolutely no control upon. So that keeps us unhappy and dissatisfied. If at all we want to become a happy person, if at all we want to become a joyful person, if at all we want to become strong person, always focus upon what we can do, what I can do, what I can do, and I shalln't be missing any opportunity to do whatever I can. So for that reason I need to focus upon what I can do. It is important. Number 9, they don't make their life all about themselves, they focus on others. They don't make their life all about themselves, they focus on others. Mean being too selfish, it is not good at all. We need to develop a bit of, you know, empathy, compassion, empathy, and we need to do certain good things for other people as well. So this is how we can do all that. Not being selfish, that is the loss, the number 7, no, number 9 points. These are the 9 points discovered after a great research by Louis Jackson upon what? Upon the daily practices of joyful people. Thank you.